get to see the Eagles' veteran linebacker, who's really been a force from his linebacker spot, now up to 10 sacks this season. It's the Eagles and the Steelers under the lights on Sunday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat.
And his first look is incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. Taken down at the 42.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 23 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Escapes us, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visit. The tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Throwing to start the drive. Andrews. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Andrews. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go with McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Jalen Carter.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for the breakout drive to come to them. They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
You look at the Steeler defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Off-play action. Andrews.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
McCaffrey is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to go out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On second down, this is Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Call down near the goal line. And that is not fooling anyone.
He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Christian McCaffrey. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down.
And that's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll look to set up his blockers. Fighting through. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Andrews. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And an Eagles first down.
Andrews throwing on first down. Going deep here for Watkins.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Eagles in 5-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Andrews. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. There. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw, Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
He hit his first. Now this from 43. Boswell's kick is good. The second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Back to throw. Andrews. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
His 3rd touchdown now on.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Andrews on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw is Andrews. Throwing again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They got his man complete. Down to the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pickens, 75 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Andrews on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Andrews. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 75 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Khalil Mack, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Pickett.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
And they'll accept that penalty.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, option.
And that flag accepted.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Andrews looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory as his guys continue to roll. They're 8-1 on the year. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Hard running at the 15.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Andrews now throwing on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt. And
2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Andrews to throw on third down. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And it seems a little...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. George Pickens with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's Andrews. Going to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Second down, here's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Pickett.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Nakobe Dean, his 2nd sack of the night. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and the deficit falls over 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
And they'll run it here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
This 2nd and 4. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now he's into the clear again, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Andrews.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Kaiser White. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Nakobe Dean bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And now some pointing up front and a flag down. This might just move them back 5. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Andrews going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
45 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins. 57 yards. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
at their 25-yard line.
Off play action, Pickett.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pickett now from the gun here. That one down the field for Freiermuth.
And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Now Pickett. He's to the 15.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Harris going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal.
Touchdown! Allen Robinson from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
49. Steelers 30.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
To throw is Andrews. On third down. Going deep here for Watkins.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Across the middle, he finds Robinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
And a great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Andrews on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins.
54 yards.
And the Eagles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
Not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Here's Pickett. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it.
These guys are not giving up anything.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Pickett.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. Third and long after the sack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Now Pickett on fourth down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
27 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Pickett back to the air on second down. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. Pickett will look to throw it here.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use...
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while. Add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliches then, part.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,